In the pre-dawn hours of July 2025, a seismic shock hit the carefully curated world of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. The catalyst: a series of leaked audio and video recordings, allegedly from Hollywood mogul Tyler Perry, their once trusted ally and godfather to their daughter, Princess Lilibet. These tapes, reportedly capturing 17 hours of private conversations, media strategies, and unfiltered rants from their 2020 stay at Perry's Beverly Hills mansion, have sparked a crisis threatening to dismantle the Sussex brand. Harry's sudden, unscheduled flight to the UK without Meghan ignited speculation of a desperate attempt to contain the fallout before it obliterates their public image. What began as a sanctuary offered by Perry during their royal exit has morphed into a potential betrayal, with whispers of strategic snubs and personal vendettas fueling the fire. This article delves into the leaked tapes, Harry's emergency return, Meghan's isolation in Montecito, the unraveling of their empire, and the broader implications for their legacy, as a once unshakable bond with Perry turns into a media reckoning. The crisis erupted when reports surfaced of 17 hours of behind-the-scenes footage recorded during Harry and Meghan's 2020 stay at Perry's $18 million Beverly Hills mansion, Widelands News. Perry, who provided refuge when the Sussexes fled royal life, allegedly documented their private moments, conversations about media strategies, personal grievances, and unfiltered views that starkly contrast their public persona of authenticity and victimhood. Vocal media. A source close to Perry claimed, "This isn't just personal. This is reputation shattering." Widelands News. The tapes, snippets of which have reportedly been shopped to media outlets, capture Meghan discussing how to control sympathy and Harry venting about Netflix's demands, painting a picture of a couple meticulously crafting their narrative. Vocal media. The leak's timing July 2025, amid Perry's $260 million sexual harassment lawsuit, suggests a motive rooted in betrayal. Fox News. Insiders allege Meghan's team began distancing her from Perry, scrubbing mentions from social media, editing podcast references, and ignoring his calls as his legal troubles mounted. Daily Mail. This cold, strategic snub reportedly infuriated Perry, who felt erased after offering sanctuary and becoming Lilibet's godfather. Vocal media. A quote attributed to Perry from the tapes, "They lied to you all," has become a rallying cry for critics, suggesting the Sussexes misrepresented their Montecito lifestyle as self-made when it relied heavily on Perry's generosity. Vocal media. The tape's existence raises legal questions. If recorded in Perry's home, he may own the footage, especially if the Sussexes were aware of his documentation practices. Daily Mail. However, privacy laws could complicate public release, though the mere threat of exposure has already destabilized the Sussex brand. The Sun. Posts on X, like at Seed Namzug's, Harry rushes to UK after Tyler Perry drops tapes that change everything at Seed Namzug, X, capture the public's frenzy, with speculation about the tape's contents ranging from media manipulation to personal betrayals. YouTube. Harry's abrupt departure from Montecito to the UK, reported on the 17th of July, 2025, was no ordinary trip. Unlike his scheduled appearances for Invictus Games or charity events, this flight booked under an alias on a private jet lacked any public justification. YouTube. Insiders describe Harry as in pure panic, fleeing to London to manage the fallout before the tapes go public. Widelands News. A source told The Sun, "He's not here for a family reunion. He's trying to stop a disaster." The Sun. The flight, logged as departing Van Nuys Airport on the 16th of July, coincided with reports of emergency meetings with UK-based advisors, possibly to secure legal or palace support. The Telegraph. The absence of Meghan on this trip fueled speculation of marital strain. Harry's solo journey, coupled with reports of 3 unreturned calls from Meghan on July 2, won The Express, suggests a rift deepened by the tape's revelations. A royal insider noted, "Harry's not just running from the media. He's running from what he might have said on those tapes." The Sun. His decision to postpone his return to California indefinitely, reported on the 22nd of July, underscores the crisis's severity, with paparazzi capturing him in a London town car, expression unreadable, as a reporter shouted, "Prince Harry, do you feel betrayed?" The Sun. Social media amplified the narrative, with @ChristyM9 tweeting, Harry flies back to the UK in panic after Tyler Perry drops secret tapes. At ChristyM9. X. The hashtag number Harry set up trended, reflecting theories that the leak was orchestrated to expose Harry's vulnerabilities or punish Meghan's distancing from Perry. At Spencer Royal Watch X. Whether Harry's trip aims to mend fences with the palace or secure allies against Perry remains unclear, but his absence from Montecito signals a man caught between his past and his crumbling present. Back in Montecito, Meghan faces a personal and professional crisis. Sources describe her as holed up in their $14.65 million estate, pacing the grounds, clutching an old journal, and refusing calls except from her attorney and publicist, The Sun. A royal biographer reported, "She didn't cry often, but this time her mascara was running down her face." Der Spiegel. The tape's potential to expose calculated media moves contradicting her image of authenticity has left her paranoid about further leaks and disloyal staff, The Express. A former Archewell staffer said, "It's not a team anymore, it's a bunker," The Sun. Meghan's reaction reflects a loss of control. She reportedly ordered a security sweep of the estate for surveillance devices and revoked guest Wi-Fi access, fearing internal betrayal, The Sun. Her inner circle, once vibrant with stylists and PR reps, has shrunk, with key staffers exiting and others signing stricter NDAs, Vocal Media. At Royal Alt View tweeted, "Meghan's asking who's loyal, who's leaking. She's under Ziga," at Royal Alt View X. The betrayal stings deeper because Perry was family, a guardian angel who offered his mansion, jet, and security during their 2020 transition, Daily Mail. His shift from ally to threat has left Meghan grappling with a narrative she can no longer shape. The public's perception is shifting too. Once celebrated for her empowerment narrative, Meghan now faces skepticism, with 68% of UK respondents viewing her unfavorably. YouGov. US sentiment, while mixed, shows cracks, with at Royal Exposure tweeting, "This isn't a scandal, it's a self-inflicted wound," at Royal Exposure X. Meghan's attempts to reach Perry directly, including a reported tense phone call, yielded no resolution, leaving her to brace for the tape's potential release. The Sun. The Sussex brand in freefall, financial and reputational woes. The Sussex's empire, built on Netflix deals, Spotify contracts, and Archewell's philanthropy, is crumbling. Their $100 million Netflix deal, once a cornerstone, has been slashed to $20 million due to underperforming projects, Vocal Media. Their docuseries Harry and Meghan, 2022, drew viewership but failed to sustain momentum, with planned series cancelled and Meghan's cooking show deemed forced and out of touch in early testing, The Sun. A follow-up podcast to Archetypes has been delayed indefinitely, with no marketing or release date, Variety. Financial pressures are mounting. The Montecito estate carries a $300,000 annual tax bill, plus $2 million in security and maintenance costs. Vocal Media. Whispers of foreclosure, while unconfirmed, reflect donor hesitancy, with Archewell's funding down 30%, Vocal Media. At Gossip Grid tweeted, "The big donors are pulling back. No one wants to fund a sinking ship." At Gossip Grid X. Meghan's lifestyle brand, as ever, has stalled, with critics calling its tone transactional rather than poetic, Daily Mail. Harry's speaking engagements, once lucrative, are thinning, with cancellations piling up, The Express. The tapes threaten to exacerbate this crisis. Alleged clips reveal Meghan coaching Harry on media talking points and expressing views that clash with their public advocacy, Wide Lens News. A source told Variety, "If these tapes show them as manipulative, the brand's done. Authenticity was their currency." Variety. Netflix's reported pause on Sussex projects, signaled by a leaked Slack message, underscores corporate caution, Variety. The Sussex's narrative of truth-telling now risks being reframed as calculated spin, with Perry holding the power to redefine their story. Tyler Perry's silence is deafening. Despite the media storm, he has issued no public statement, a move insiders call calculated and vengeful, Vocal Media. Once the Sussex's savior offering his mansion, jet, and security in 2020, Perry's fallout with Meghan stems from her team's alleged erasure of his role during his $260 million lawsuit, Fox News. A source close to Perry said, "He felt used. They praised him when it suited them, then dropped him when it didn't," Daily Mail. His decision to leak the tapes, whether motivated by betrayal or insurance, has shifted the power dynamic, Wide Lens News. The lawsuit, filed by actor Derek Dixon in June 2025, accuses Perry of sexual assault and harassment during the same period he hosted the Sussexes. Express UK. Meghan's silence on the allegations, despite Perry's role as Lilibet's godfather, was seen as a betrayal, especially after he supported them through their royal exit, Fox News. At Royal Decoded tweeted, "Tyler gave them everything. Meghan's team scrubbed him like he was toxic. Now he's fighting back." At Royal Decoded X. Media outlets are reportedly offering millions for the tapes, with Perry holding the raw, unfiltered footage as leverage. Vocal Media. Legal experts are divided on the tape's admissibility. If recorded with consent, Perry may have full rights, but privacy laws in California could complicate public release. The Sun. Regardless, the threat alone has destabilized the Sussexes, with at Windsor Leaks tweeting, "Perry doesn't need to drop the tapes. The fear of them is enough." At Windsor Leaks X. His silence, contrasted with the Sussexes' frantic damage control, positions him as the ultimate power player in this saga. Buckingham Palace has remained officially silent, but insiders suggest a quiet satisfaction at the Sussexes' unraveling. Vocal Media. Prince William, long critical of Harry's public attacks on the monarchy, reportedly sees the tapes as confirmation of Meghan's influence over his brother. Vocal Media. A palace aide told The Telegraph, "The firm's been painted as the villain for years. Now the world sees who's pulling the strings." The Telegraph. King Charles, briefed on the 18th of July, is described as exhausted, but hopeful for reconciliation, though wary of Meghan's role. The Times. Kate Middleton's response has been subtle but powerful. Her, the 17th of July appearance in a cream blazer, echoing a manipulated viral photo linking her to the scandal, was a masterclass in narrative control. Evening Standard. Her statement, "The Princess of Wales remains committed to her upcoming diplomatic engagements in Jordan and The Hague. She will not comment on recent distractions," reaffirmed her restraint. The Telegraph. At Ellie Bramson tweeted, "Kate iced Meghan out with 23 words. Keep my name out of your mess." At Ellie Bramson X. The palace's restraint, contrasted with Meghan's chaos, has shifted public sympathy, with Kate's approval ratings climbing. YouGov. A leaked palace memo, referencing unauthorized tracking of Harry's movements in 2025, suggests internal surveillance, possibly tied to Meghan's past control over his schedule. At Spencer Royal Watch. X. The memo's leak, posted on X, fueled theories of a palace-orchestrated campaign to discredit the Sussexes. At Stories by Gemme X. Whether opportunistic or deliberate, the palace's silence amplifies the narrative that Harry and Meghan's troubles are self-inflicted. The public's reaction has been relentless. In the UK, where Meghan's favorability hovers at 32%, YouGov, hashtags like #HarrySetup and #Meghan tracking scandal dominate X, with users like @TruthFromKensington praising Kate's restraint and condemning Meghan's manipulative tactics. At TruthFromKensingtonX. In the US, sentiment is divided, with some defending Meghan's need to protect her family, people, but others, like at Royal Exposure, calling the crisis a house of cards collapsing. At Royal Exposure X. Media outlets have seized the story. The Daily Mail's headline, "She lost the palace. Now she's losing him too," captures the narrative of Meghan's isolation. Daily Mail. Variety noted, "The tapes could paint them as cold and calculated, the opposite of their brand." Variety. TikTok videos dissecting the scandal, some with millions of views, speculate on everything from marital breakdown to palace revenge.